let's discuss SGOs, Domain 1 and 4, and your summative form with respect to my learning plan. The bulk of the actual SGO documentation will be occurring outside of my learning plan. Teachers will have the option of using either the Linkit SGO Manager or the SGO form via Google Doc. Teachers may choose which method to use. However, we are strongly encouraging and prefer teachers to use the powerful Linkit SGO Manager. If you choose to use the SGO form via a Google Doc, this will be shared with you through your administrators. Regardless of which method you choose, you will still need to create a PDF from either method and then upload it into my learning plan. Let's go to the evaluation plan and I'll show you where that is. You're going to need to find the Student Growth Objective Form, Teacher Artifact Form. You will only need to upload when the SGO has been completed and it is done. And it has been, okay, and there is a score in either the Linkit SGO Manager or on the Google Doc. You're going to open up the form and you see that all you need to upload is one PDF for SGO1 and one PDF for SGO2. Your principal may ask you to upload additional evidence, but that will be up to each individual principal. And this additional evidence might be a copy of a pre-assessment, a copy of a post-assessment, a raw Excel sheet. It's up to each principal. Okay, we're going to hit submit. And the forms have been submitted, and they'll show down here. And your principal will have the opportunity to acknowledge it on their end. Now, as for the actual scores, they will go into SGO through a Student Growth Objective Score form. You will not see this in your evaluation plan. The principals will be typing these scores in. So for the purposes of today's webinar, I've gone ahead and done that. And you'll see this was the score for SGO1, the score for SGO2, and the total teacher SGO score. Okay. Up next, let's go on to domains 1 and 4. Remember, all 22 Danielson components are scoreable within the context of an observation. However, domain 1 may be scored additionally by observers, and domain 1 artifacts may be uploaded only if requested to do so by an observer. Domain 4 is scored additionally by observers, and we ask teachers to upload supporting artifacts. Okay, we are strongly encouraging teachers to upload your domain 4 artifacts little by little over the course of a school year. We're trying to encourage everyone not to spend a multitude of hours uploading a stack of paperwork into my learning plan, instead doing it little by little over the course of the school year. Also, we're asking you not to create or upload any form of an organizer or a table of contents. We would only like you to upload the artifacts. Within my learning plan, the form is set up for you to describe your activities for each component, okay, and then just refer to the artifacts. Let's go into the forms. Okay. You are going to need to click on the domain 1 and 4 teacher form. Okay. All right. Here you'll see the space. If your observer requests you to upload additional domain 1 artifacts, this is the area to which you'll do it. Remember, only upload domain 4 artifacts if requested to by your observer. Okay. Let's enter in some evidence. So, activities I may have done for reflecting on teaching. How about I Okay, so I'm going to describe the activity here, and then I'm going to just refer to the artifact here. Okay. Again, I'm going to do that for each one of the domain 4 components. The rubrics are here just for your reference. Okay. Just so as you're doing this, you can take a look at the rubric to see how it might work for each component. Okay. By the way, all this information I'm typing in is all demo information. The priority for this webinar is to describe to you how to complete the paperwork, not necessarily what counts or how many artifacts for domain 4. We're going to leave that up to your administrator. Okay. So again, let's say I have an item that one activity that may count for more than, I feel may count for more than one component. That's fine. Let's say I attended the Regional Basket Weaving Association conference. Okay, see certificate upload. Okay, well, I think this would also apply for, I feel this would apply for professional learning. So I'm just going to simply copy it and paste it. Okay. I'm going to do that for all of my components. Now, you'll also see here I uploaded the artifact down here, the same way I've uploaded artifacts all through this webinar. We're going to submit it, and the form will go to the administrator for review. Now, when the administrator or my observer has finished scoring it, you're going to see this form, the Domain 1 additional scoring form, appear. Okay, you'll see it was submitted by the demo administrator. Okay, and for the purposes of this training, this was done ahead of time. So you will see scoring for domain 1. Okay. If there was, you'll see notes appear under the rubrics, very similar to the observation. You will see the information that the teacher provided up above the rubrics for domain 4. Okay. Additional comments, and I, as the teacher, will have the ability to acknowledge the form. Okay. Let's talk about the summative form. All right, so when we get to the end of the school year, prior to the release of the actual summative form with your end of year score, teachers will all need to answer your three questions on the teacher summative question form. These are the same as they were last year. What are your accomplishments? What are your areas for growth? And additional comments. Okay. After you've done this, the observer will release the summative form to the teacher with the end of year scores. Attendance descriptors will also be on there if satisfactory, not satisfactory, or extenuating circumstances. Also, as an artifact, you may see additional attendance information uploaded, such as the exact days that you were absent. More information will be coming on this as we move down the year. Okay, and finally, the form will be digitally signed by the evaluator, and the teacher will digitally sign it by acknowledging it. Okay, let's go into the actual form. So, I need to complete the summative questions. Okay. Okay, I've completed the 3 questions. I'm going to hit submit. Now, I am now going to open up the summative form. Again, for the purposes of the training, I have one completed already. You'll see my rating, your score. You will see all your domain 1, 2, and 3 scores, okay, across all observations and additional scorings. So this domain 1 and 4 here will include the scores from the additional scoring as well as observations. The total teacher practice, the SGO scores, the MSGP scores. If you are not an MSGP teacher, you may ignore this section. MSGP teachers, the score that you will see here is prior to receiving the MSGP scores from the state. When those are received, those will be added into the calculation. The attendance information, the commentary from yourself and the evaluator. You'll see again it appears above what the evaluator has written. Okay, renewal and contract recommendations. Year 4 only, you will see whether you're recommended for tenure or not. And then the evaluator signature and additional evaluator signature if required. Artifacts may also appear as well. Teachers will digitally sign this by acknowledging it. And as all other forms, you will have the opportunity to print and make a PDF. Also, for all of these forms, after they're accepted by the administrator will finalize the forms. Have a great year, everyone. That concludes the main part of our MLP webinar series. If you have any questions, please feel free to email Deidre or myself. We will be continuing to provide more information about this powerful new platform over the school year. Have a great year, everyone.